This is the the craziness of having a podcast in the cockpit.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So, how did you get started working as a line guy?
Funny story. So I was working at a car wash. This was kind of right when I was doing flight school, was starting out, and that guy chased it. I don't know if you met him. You probably did.
I think so.
Yeah.
Curly hair.
Yeah, that guy. So he came through one day, and we broke something on his car. So he comes back around, and we started talking. And he had that, bright highlighter shirt on, and I was like, well, where do you work? Told me, he was like, oh, I work at the airport. So we kind of started talking about aviation. And so I was like, well, y'all hiring? And he was like, yeah, you can come up here and talk to the manager whenever you want, see if we can get you on. I was like, yeah, sure. So I go in, talk to the manager, and he didn't hire me the first time.
Okay. You have to keep
Probably.
coming in.
Yeah, so I came in a second time, and then he was like, okay, well, I'll let you know. Then he comes up to my job, and he was like, okay, well, you can start, put your 2 weeks in. We'll bring you on.
Nice.
So
Yeah. Is that the advice that you have for other people who want to get a job in an airport, is to just keep coming in and
yeah, and it's
asking?
it kind of depends. I would say it's a high turnover rate job, but it can be up there just because most of the people that are, going to work the line, or I'd say a majority of them, they're trying to be pilots too.
Yeah.
So they'll go find a job, and then,
And we-
next guy comes in. Yeah.
Yeah. As you said, you're in flight training, you have your commercial, taking a little break before CFI, want to get back into it.
Right.
What advice do you have for people who want to start flying?
People who want to start flying, just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. I
Do
mean,
the discovery flight.
yeah, do the discovery flight and kind of base it off of, are you going to be flying every single day, or are you going to try and spread it out for a few months? You want to go all the way and that's what you want to do for a living, or you just want to get your private and have fun? Big choice on what school you do.
So, what does a typical shift look like for you?
So for me, I work mornings. So I'll get there around 6. That's my scheduled time, 6 to 2. But there's days where we have planes, they want to leave at 5:30 in the morning. So we got to be there at 4, pull their plane out of the hangar, or pull them up on the ramp, fuel them, get them all their services.
Yeah.
But yeah, 6 to 2 for the most part.
Nice. How many jets do you typically get in a day? Or does it really vary?
I wouldn't say it really varies, but there's a good, weekends for jets, they're pretty slow. You'd think the opposite, but a lot of these planes, they're companies, and, they're doing all their work during the week. So they're blind business meetings.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So weekends is more GA stuff, coming in for the restaurant.
Oh, the weekend warriors
Exactly.
coming in, and yeah.
Yep.
And then the Mondays, the 6 a.m. jets are.
Yep. They'll be there all the time.
That makes a lot of sense. What made you want to be around airplanes all day long?
Well, it's kind of a good gateway to start talking to, pilots, learn the industry, because between this and the airlines, it's a huge difference.
Yes.
Here, you're, it's more, I would say, laid back in a way. Like, not necessarily charters and stuff like that. They kind of operate like an airline, but all the Part 91 people, these companies, they're in and out all the time.
And you probably learn a lot more about like the difference between 121 and 90.
Oh yeah, for sure. 121, 135, 91. It's all very different. Like, we'll have planes that are Part 135 and visibility's a mile. They can't go take off. And we have guys that just go send it when you can't even see. It's empty in front of you.
Yeah, there's no rules for Part 90.
Yeah, exactly. So
You can take off when there's lightning on the field, and you can take off when you technically can't even land. I remember that was like a huge thing during training. Learning that one rule, I think it was like 91, 123 or 124, one of those FARs.
yeah, they don't have they're not as heavily restricted.
Yeah,
Good way to put it.
a little bit more like actual cowboy flying.
Exactly. Makes it more fun.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like. That's what they tell
Makes
us.
it more interesting.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part about being a line guy?
Favorite part? Honestly, meeting so many different people. Ton of people, new people, pilots, they're all super cool. Celebrities here and there, a lot of them are cool. I can't say their names, but every once in a while they'll fly in and we get to talk to them.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, the people I work with too. They're all great for the most part. We all have our moments here and there, but it's kind of anywhere.
What's something that you didn't expect that you would be doing on the job?
There's a lot of like off-field stuff in a way, or not on our ramp that we do, but it's a lot of technical things. Like we got flight schools, we got to go field of flight schools. There's a lot of stuff that people on the airfield need. We're all kind of like I'd say a family in a way, the smaller class Delta. We know people all over the place by name. We go build their planes, say, what's up, Dave, or whatever, his name is.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's more laid back than these people that work at United or Southwest. They're,
Yeah. I was always told as a student pilot to be really nice to the line guys and at least attempt to make polite conversation.
I applaud your instructor for
We want to treat the line guys kindly. They feel our airplanes, do everything. So
yeah, we work harder than a lot of people think.
yeah,
I'll say
but
that.
you guys are out on the ramp.
Yeah.
It's like hot.
Especially in Texas, when it gets peak summer, 105, 110 degrees on a ramp, we're running around doing this, that.
Yeah. Have you ever weighed yourself before shit and then weighed yourself afterward? Or hey, how much you sweat?
I have not. It's a good idea though.
Yeah, I would be interested in that. You should definitely make that into like a stock or something.
Oh yeah, we could do that.
So what do pilots not realize about line work? And I know that's kind of like a double-edged sword because you are a pilot.
Yeah. Yeah. Patience.
Patient.
Yeah,
Okay.
patience is a big one, especially for us. Like, there's a couple other big FBOs that have more fuel trucks than us, more people than us, so they're able to get through
Yeah.
planes faster.
Yeah.
Here we got 2 jet trucks, 2 avgas trucks, and like 6 people on a ship. So we have 10 planes that come in. We're gonna have to wait a little bit longer to,
Like,
get in line,
do
basically.
checks and
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, for pilots who like to be efficient, especially like GA pilots, what do you recommend for that so that they get put into the sequence faster?
At our place, our ramp isn't huge. So what a lot of the GAs will come in and do is they'll fly into the ramp and then they'll kind of like try and figure out where to go on their own.
Yeah.
Most FBOs, they have, golf carts or people waiting out there for you. Don't try and figure out your own thing because there could be a jet coming around the corner and you don't see it. And then y'all are in a little standoff there.
Yeah.
So just wait for the line guys to get out there and then we'll get you to where you need to go.
Okay. Yeah, because that's like one of the things that like I always worry about when I'm coming into an airplane and like an airport and the ground controller gives you your taxi instructions to get to the FBO. And then you're like sitting there, you're like looking and you're like, what do I do? And then like at a Class G airport, you just find a T-spot.
Yeah.
Or park right there, or you look for the self-serve. And,
Right.
yeah, so
Yeah.
that's good to know. If you fly into Class Delta and you're going to an FBO, wait for the line guys to wait you in.
Yep.
What's something that pilots do that makes your job harder?
Makes our job harder. I guess that last question kind of leads into it. Act like they know what they're doing.
I mean, know what they are.
A lot of them do. Like, they have a good idea what's going on, especially if they fly in and out of there a lot of times.
Yeah.
Or all the time, I guess I should say.
But if they're a regular.
Yeah. But that or, getting mad at us for stuff that's not necessarily in our control. If that makes sense. Like, I was talking about wait for fuel. We can't do anything about it. We're not going to skip over somebody to give you priority when, there's a line for it.
Yeah. Yeah, and if it's a busy day, there's nothing you can do to control that situation.
Right.
What do the good pilots do differently?
Good pilots. Tip. I'm kidding. It is nice, but I'm kidding. We're all people, right?
Yeah.
Don't treat us like some, trash on the floor. We like conversating. We like, doing our job to the best of our abilities. So kind of show us that same energy in a way. Like, just be appreciative for what we're doing, what we're trying to do.
Yeah. That's like a huge thing in like a lot of service careers.
Yeah.
We can really tell somebody's character by how they treat their waitresses, their line guys, or their FBO receptionists.
Same exact thing.
What's something you wish more pilots understood about safety on the ground?
It's a moderately dangerous job. We're walking around jets, they got their engines spooling. Prop planes are probably more dangerous than the jets, to be honest.
Oh yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, it's.
I've heard of a few incidents.
Yeah, there's been a few happen in the past couple of years. But yeah, we try to be as careful as possible, and if we're not getting to you for some reason, there's probably something going on there that's affecting our safety. Or the big one is like a thunderstorm. If lightning's within 5 miles, 3 miles, and 1 mile, there's different restrictions that we have that we can and can't do this.
Who's feeling up in a thunderstorm?
You'd be surprised. But yeah, that's another thing on patients. They want to get out when they can't even go take off. So what's the point of us going to fuel?
Yeah. Some people are just like in such a rush sometimes.
Yeah.
And when it comes to airplanes, I feel like it's a bad thing to be in a rush.
Exactly.
In general.
Yep.
One of the things that a lot of CFIs have told me is that the number one thing that their job has taught them is patience.
Yes.
Airplanes equals patient.
I know mine had to be patient with me, so.
We like those instructors.
Yeah, we do. Shout out Daniel.
So what's the craziest thing you've actually witnessed on the ramp?
Craziest thing I've witnessed. Everybody's really safe. We all know what we're doing. So that equals, not very many incidents. I'll think of something.
Yeah, because I hear a lot about like tail strikes.
Oh yeah, we have
random. Like I don't want to say negligence. It's just kind of like not paying enough attention.
Yeah. We did have a King Air a couple of years ago. I wasn't working there, but I've seen the pictures and all that. But they came in with their right main stuck up. So they only had left main and nose gear, and they couldn't get it down. So it landed, without that wheel, and it slid off the runway and all that. And we had a flight school last month, I think. They had their nose gear didn't lock in, so it collapsed when they hit. Everybody was fine, but.
Oh, see, that's one of my biggest worries with this girl. So I don't want to have anything like that happen.
Yeah.
That's a really bad day.
For sure.
Super sad.
Especially in your own plane.
Yeah. Did you see that one reel of the guy who recently did like a gear up landing and then he's like dancing?
Oh yeah, he jumped out of the wing. Oh yeah, that was awesome.
And you saw that he does not own that airplane.
No, not at all. Not at all. It's so chill about it too. I don't know if you listen to her audio of it.
Yeah. I was looking at the comments, and like in the comments they were saying like any landing that you can dance away from is a good land.
Yeah, for sure. That's very true.
Have you ever had like a this could have gone really bad moment?
Yeah, there's been a few here and there. Not necessarily just me, but other people. We've had, there's jet fuel and there's avgas, right? And the farms in the morning, which just the big tanks where we hold the fuel to go top the trucks off at.
Yeah.
We recently had a guy that, let me explain this first. We had the avgas tank right next to one of the jet tanks, and he was newer, and I turned my back for, 2 seconds, and he dumped jet fuel into one of the avgas reclaims that cycles it back in, so when we sump them, we dump it in there. So luckily he told me about it because he realized his mistake after, and then we got that fixed. But that's, that could go.
Yeah, that would have been a post for sure.
One could have been bad.
Yeah.
On the ramp stuff, really not been too many. I mean, I've seen things here and there. Like I was marshaling out, it was a Citation 10, and they didn't have their brakes set, and they weren't paying attention. They were looking down at their iPads or whatever they're doing. And he starts rolling. So he's rolling out towards me, and I'm sitting up there yelling at him. We're all trying to get his attention. And he rolls probably 15 feet and slams on his brakes.
Yeah. That could have been really
bad. Yeah. He was pointing at the hangar, so he kept going.
like close call moment.
Yeah, there's definitely been some. Not necessarily our fault, just
Yeah,
you know.
just
It happens in the aviation industry every day.
yeah. It's easy to get caught up in something, especially with like our iPads and stuff.
Exactly. A lot of distractions.
Yeah. Whenever I'm doing the run up, like I had this one instructor instill in me, always look up outside to make sure that you're not moving forward, your feet are on the brakes, because it's so easy to just like slip up on one thing. And like that's the reason why we have checklists.
Right.
Like, did you ever read Checklist Manifesto?
Is that a book?
It's a book, yeah. Oh, in it they talk about like surgeons and how they have like a checklist to make sure that they're operating on the correct body part. Because if the chart says the left leg but they're operating on the right leg, that's really bad.
Yeah, that's true.
So we gotta make sure that we're following our checklists and doing everything by the book. Even if you have your flows, do your flow, double check with the checklist.
Absolutely.
That's my little venting spiel.
Yep.
We can't talk about the celebrities, unfortunately, but we know that you've
So yeah, there's some.
any like athlete.
Yes, actually, we had a big Houston guy last month. I can't say who it is, but I wasn't there for it, unfortunately.
Aw, that
Yeah, I missed out on that one.
you guys like all call each other like.
Oh yeah,
after.
right after.
You'll never believe who was just here. What's the most expensive mistake you see?
Expensive mistake. That I've seen. There's been two planes hit each other.
Oh, that's just dumb. I really don't know how bad.
Yeah, it happens, but it's completely avoidable. That's another thing.
Yeah.
Wait for us to marshal you in. We have wing walkers for a reason. We're there to help.
Yeah. Was it like a
Yeah, it was a wingtip.
You were talking a little bit about like tips. So can you actually make good money as a line guy, like enough to pay for flight training?
If you save right, if you budget yourself right in like your everyday day-to-day life, you can. Probably your money's not horrific. It's a fun job, there's incentives here and there, like we sell this much fuel, we get this bonus. We split tips, so we put it all in a box at the end of the month. We split it up between everybody.
Awesome.
Then there's other things like the call outs that I was talking about. We get there for whatever in the morning. We get like a one-time pay thing here and a time and a half until 6 o'clock. So there's little things here and there. Yes, you can make good money, but it's a lot. It's a lot of hours, a lot of extra work.
So kind of like a minimum wage.
Yeah, it's not minimum wage. It's decent pay hourly, but in today's economy,
Yeah, in today's economy, it's
Got your camera ready? Yeah, it pays the bills.
Oh yeah, blinking on that.
anything you can do to get to that airline career. So we can start making.
Hold that head.
Exactly. If you're gonna go all the way, loads are probably the best way to go to seek care all done.
Yeah. So, what is the path from line service to high?
It's a lot of networking. There's companies coming in every day that are 91 that you're not necessarily going to have 1,500 hours to go fly for. Like there was a line guy who actually flies for one of our base towers here, right? That, he built his hours, but he never actually hit the 1,500. He went and got type rated, they paid for it, and you got to fly for him. So it's not an easy path, I'd say. You really got to know people.
Yeah, but like it kind of puts you in a position where you can like get your.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely.
Because are there any like regional or like charters that like frequent the airlock?
Yeah, so we get NetJets, FlexJet, Fly, True. There's a whole bunch of them, but the main ones are FlexJet and NetJet.
Okay.
We get at least one or two pretty much every single day.
Are you partial to either one of those, or would you just go with either one?
I like NetJets more.
Okay.
I don't know why. Their pilots seem happier.
Are they nicer?
Yeah, they're nicer. We get the NetJet 5s. Every service, they give us $5.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like that.
No hate on FlexJet. I like NetJets.
So, do you notice the difference between general aviation, corporate, and airline pilots? Just like talking to them?
Yeah. it's a completely different lifestyle between all three of them. Like this, like you fly around for fun doing podcasts and all that. These guys they got a strict schedule most of the time. But yeah, it's very different.
Yeah. Do you notice like a difference in like the mindsets between the two different?
Yeah, corporate pilots seem very tired all the time because they're flying like 4 or 5 legs a day.
That's true.
Bouncing all over the place. Where a lot of these senior airline guys, I know regionals, it's a lot of legs every day for not the best.
It's like a lot of legs going to the same place.
Yeah, and these old guys, they fly once a day and they're making $300,000 a year.
Yeah.
So, but as time goes on, they're more senior. So
yeah, about getting that seniority, putting your foot in the door, and then grinding it out at least without corn.
Yep.
What type of pilot stands out to you most in a good or bad way?
As soon as they open the door, you already kind of know what mood they're in. Yep. So, they'll hop out, hey, how's it going? That kind of stuff. And then some guys will just open the door, hey, we need this, and this, and we're doing this.
Okay.
So, yeah. It's
either no nonsense or like, hey, I feel like talking.
Yep, down to business or just, they got downtime, which sometimes we understand it. They're in a rush. They got delayed or something. So,
yeah.
Trying to get out of there. But, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, I see myself as, like, both sometimes. Like, when we stop for a fuel stop, we're usually doing self-serve, so.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'm just like, all right, we need 30 gallons.
Right. Did they fuel you at Galaxy, or did you go to the self-serve?
They gave us a little bit. We did 5 on each side. We're going to stop at 11 Romeo because they have cheap fuel over
Yeah. Brenham, that's where I used to go there all the time. My grandfather used to take me. But Brenham. Yeah, so we go out to the airport on weekends when I was, this tall, eat lunch there.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
So your grandpa kind of got you into it too.
Yeah, he used to take me when I was little, but I was way back when. So, but yeah, he passed back in like 2018. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. Why not?
Yeah. Is that like when you started to take it more seriously?
In a way, because I never really knew how to do it. And then when my buddy texted me, he was like, hey, we just got to go, you go to this school, you don't necessarily need a degree to get to the big leagues.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, this is actually doable.
Yeah. Yeah, it is actually doable. That was kind of like my thing too. When I got into flying, I was like, oh, I could just go to an airport and learn how to fly.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Right. A lot of people don't know that. You go to college and it's very strict, but I mean, there was some days or some weeks where I was flying every single day, and then some where I was flying once.
Yeah.
You
do still have to sit down and do the.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The part that side.
That's the worst part.
So, has being a line guy made you more interested or less interested in becoming a pilot?
I'd say more interested because a lot of these flight schools, especially ones that don't have a lot of jets like us coming in, they don't get to see how they operate. And it looks like a ton of fun. They're flying around these cool people and, making good money while doing it. It makes it a lot more appealing for sure.
Yeah. All right. So now we're going to do some rapid fire.
All right.
Favorite aircraft to marshal in?
Cool. I would say any Gulfstream.
Gulfstream?
Yeah.
Okay.
We get a lot of big Gulfstreams. They're cool, sitting right in front of them watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Least favorite aircraft to deal with?
All right. It's kind of a battle between the two. Either a Hawker or a Beechjet.
Okay.
So
Hawker?
I've had them spill fuel out of the wings while fueling them. They'll just shoot it out. Their lavs are horrible. It's a 50-50 shot. You get sprayed with everything that's in that lavs.
Yeah, that's not fun.
Yeah, the Beechjets, they're a pain because you fuel them over the wing. And then they got a truck tank, so you got to get on a ladder and crawl behind the right engine, and you got to fuel it over there, and you got to do it super slow. It takes forever.
Gotcha. Jet A or AV gas, which one stresses you out more?
I stresses me out. In what way? Like fueling just in general,
Feeling just in general.
I'd say probably jet because the fuel's a little bit cheaper than avgas, but you're working on these $10 billion planes that you could potentially mess up or overfuel. As long as you're to deal with overfueling this, then it is a Gulfstream because they
Oh, yeah.
can't get to where they're going if they take too much and have a ton of passengers.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, these, like, I'm guessing most GA airplanes are just, like, fuel it to tabs or go all the way up.
Top off. Yeah.
Versus you actually have to, like, calculate how much I'm putting into a jet because they have to do their weight and balance. But...
Yep, exactly.
All right. Early morning or night shifts?
I'm early morning. The night shift's kind of nice because I can sleep in, but I like to have my afternoons to go do stuff.
That's true. Probably better for flying, so.
Yeah, for sure.
Window seat or aisle seat?
I'm an aisle seat guy. I don't like crawling over people to go to the bathroom.
That's true. Most satisfying part of the job?
When you're towing a plane and you put it right on the center line. Straight.
Guys,
Yep.
Okay.
For sure.
Satisfying.
Yep, it is. It is. Because then you get to look at your work.
Oh. All right. One word to describe pilots.
One word to describe pilots. Complicated.
You want to dive in deeper with that one?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's somewhat straightforward, but,
We're very complex creatures.
That's right, exactly, yeah.
One word to describe blind guys.
I could fire out some answers here, but I won't. Dedicated. That's a good way to put it.
Okay. I like that. You want a dedicated blind guy for sure.
Yeah. You want them to know what they're doing.
Yes. All right. And then one more bonus question. If pilots could hear what blind guys say after they shut down, what would they be surprised by?
It kind of depends how they make their way into the ramp. If they're going super slow, we're like, why are you going so slow? Or if they're going too fast, same thing. But no, we talk about the planes a lot. Like, we get a cool plane coming in, we're like, oh, that thing's sick.
Yeah. So it's more about the place, not the pilot.
Yeah, not necessarily.
Do you ever get a pilot where it's like, oh my gosh, that guy was an asshole?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes most of the passengers are really cool.
Okay, that's good.
Pilots, we can understand sometimes when they're upset or they're not.
When they're
Right.
A little cranky.
Yeah. There's things that'll set them off here and there, but we try to avoid that as much as possible.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, awesome. Anything else that you could think of that you think people should know about working as a line guy or getting started working as a line guy?
I would try and find a busy enough airport to where there's enough traffic for where you can talk to people. That's what you're trying to get into, like being a pilot.
Yeah.
Don't go to some like 11 Romeo that we're going to where you got to call them a day in advance saying, hey, we need fuel.
Yeah.
Go find somewhere that's busy enough to where you can talk to people and commute.
Find an airport where there's a ACP, American Flyer.
Exactly, yeah.
Flex jet, not jet.
Somewhere you can fly or work.
Yeah. All right.
Hey guys, thanks for watching another episode of Conversations in the Cockpit. Make sure that you like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, comment, any way you guys want to engage, so that we can continue these conversations. Anyways, I hope you like this episode. See ya.